Welcome to another wonderful week of Dungeons and Dungeons. We have our second annual not-in-person game, but the good news is we can all still call in because technology is magical. So that's the cool thing about all this. Last time we had a wondrous adventure for the grand reopening. The crew made a boatload of money. In total, the numbers you guys probably care about is the 2,500 platinum pieces. It's actually less than that. The numbers are... I gave them to Justin because Discord's not working apparently right now for me. I have them written down here. But it was
I have all the money.
Well, you don't. You know all the money.
No, it's mine.
It was well. I mean,
his name is on the deed. It's all his.
To be fair. That's, oh God, why am I not connected to the internet on my laptop now magically?
Poof.
Anyway, so. You guys ended up making 7,000 gold pieces in revenue for the night, thanks to all the wondrous donations and charitable money throwing by drunk rich people, which is super nice.
7,000 total?
It's no, that's just general revenue you guys made from the bar that night.
Okay.
I can't believe this many people messaged me since I last saw Justin. So there's 2,495 platinum pieces for art. Tullius got his own tips. That's private to him. 8 platinum pieces were paid for the bonuses, so you guys did lose an additional 8. Tips at the bar, so by you, Charnook, and to be distributed to all the staff as well, was 2 platinum pieces, 46 gold pieces, 12 silver pieces, 86 copper, and 7,000 gold pieces in revenue. And that's basically all the big bang for your buck you guys ended up making out like bandits on your grand reopening.
We did not.
There's also 995 platinum in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
That was another
Don't worry about it.
Art purchase. Oh, unless that's a different... Or if that's the value.
No, that is part of the art purchase.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, cool.
So we're loaded.
Yeah, at this point.
For now.
For now, still maintaining the bar. The Blackstaff and L'Oreal came to you all, and they got hella drunk and had a good time, and arm wrestling contests were had, artworks were purchased, and the night went really darn well. Without any hitches, nothing terrible happened, which is nice for once. And there was a visit from Ragnorum. No, oh my God.
My God.
No. A visit from Sundrill. I don't know why I can't remember his name anymore. But yeah, Sundrill visited Tellius and out-trolled Tellius, which was the highlight of my DMing experience so far. And this new tiefling character named Cole that you guys got to hear was revealed finally to the group after a long time.
5 years!
About 5 years of traveling with the party and about 55 episodes and I guess 54 episodes and a year and a plus of gaming. This is one of the longest kept running player secrets, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Well done. You've done
Which is ironic because, like, I think it was like episode 3 that I was like trying to get you guys to guess towards it.
Yep.
I wanted you to
very
figure
busy
out
people.
so early.
Yep. There was, if you look back, you'll be able to notice many occasions where Hunter he's there, and all you guys are like, "That's weird," and I'm like, "Do you want to do anything about it?" You're like, "No, I want to play D&T." I'm like, "All right, you got it." There was a couple times, too, that it was like, when you guys enter the temple, would he be revealed because of the enchantments? And I'm like, it's gone on so long. I feel like that's so unfair just to have it, like, click off when he probably should have been revealed there. But I'm like, no, we're in it until they figure it out. A simple detect magic was all you really had to do, or detect evil and good.
We have definitely detected magic before.
Right, but not toward this individual when he's been around.
He's not always around.
So.
That's the thing.
He's not like peering over you guys like a creepy guy from Death Note. It's not how that works.
He's not tethered to your very existence.
Yeah. Or so
Not
you know.
yet.
Who knows? So, with all that, you guys are allowed to wake the next morning as a strange figure came in about 12 o'clock, talked a bit in his cloak. Tullius met with him in his room and asked him to do a zone of truth to see what he's about, if they're going to aid him in whatever missions he's on in Waterdeep. You have 3 weeks to really do whatever you want. Technically, you have 20 days to get out of town to come back in town. So it's plenty of time to do whatever you need. You know, there's a meeting with Blackstaff waiting for you at some point soon. She might send somebody, she might not. She wanted to talk to the whole group. You do know this morning, as everyone's starting to come awake in this very warm, starting to become really, really hot summer inside Waterdeep, as you guys have entered into the summertime, as the wintertime is starting in the north. You're awoken by the chirping birds and that heat wave that happens occasionally when you leave your window open and you're like, oh, I'm awake because it's hot, not because I'm awake.
Very nice.
And Orhana is taking the day to sleep in. So what do you all would want to do as you wake up? Tyrion, you're hungover horribly right now with
I'm not awake yet.
You're not awake. It's good. Just hanging over you right now, just shaking his head, pushing shit off like all the stuff in your room is already on the floor. Just staring at you. Tullius, Ignatius, and Charnook. The day's yours to do what you want as you all stir.
I'm gonna make some
Good
breakfast.
morning.
All right.
Hello,
You guys come.
Ignatius. Can I have a word?
Yep.
There's a strange lad in one of those rooms, and I'd like to interrogate him with you. You seem to be the sort that would be good at that.
We can give it a go. Who is this person?
Do you know Zone of Truth?
Let's find out.
I'm sure you do.
You do with
I
the cleric
don't
spell at the
know
level
if I
2.
do.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you could prepare it today.
Spells that you can prepare.
I'm sure you could do it. I believe in you.
As Ignatius is taking out his book right now. Never heard of this one.
It's not in the manual.
He's going through his old cleric manual right now.
I don't have it right now.
You don't have it right now.
It's
but-
the day. I mean, it's the morning.
Yeah,
You
it
can
is
prepare-
the morning. You can re-prepare as many spells as you want in the morning.
I'm certainly not going to punish you for waking up and instantly not having all your spells prepared.
That's
I mean, I do it myself, but I can't really
Zone of Truth.
do what you do, Mr. Storm, Valkyrie God guy.
Let's switch out hold person.
I can do that. Don't worry. You're not missing out.
No. All right. That's better anyway. I don't really care to use hold person. Zone of Truth. Got it.
Excellent. Thank you.
I can do
kindly.
that.
Excellent. We should probably divvy up.
Oh.
Oh
that
no.
was funny.
What's going on? Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, we should probably divvy up the money from
His zone of
yesterday.
truth is whole camera.
Discord like shit itself for a second.
All right.
It definitely did. That's hilarious.
Tullius, I'd say when you asked Ignatius to change out that spell there, Ignatius, as Tullius is like, I'm certain you know this spell. You start seeing those symbols start appearing around you, Alex Mason style. And as you focused on, do you have a spell book or do you have something else that you
No.
slowly start learning your spells? What with your clerical
I think
powers?
I don't know how it works with clerics. You don't have a book.
No,
You
it doesn't
just,
have
like,
to be. So
know
that's what I'm
them.
saying. What
Yeah.
do you want?
Clerics have just like access to all spells in the cleric
Basically.
trees.
Exactly. So how do you want to portray this? Because you can also do it like a wizard. There's no reason you couldn't. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Ulazal has scrolls, and he has his holy symbol, and he communicates to
I
his
do have a
god
holy
fairly
symbol.
regularly.
I do have a holy symbol.
You do. So you could maybe pull out your holy symbol and start rubbing it in your hand, and then it just locks into place for you. Your eyes have a little spark. You see that lightning in his eyes, Tullius, and then you feel that spell enter into your known knowledge of spells.
All right. We're good.
You got it.
Yep.
Nice. There's a elvish individual by the last name of Gilfrey.
Gilfrey.
Yeah. Seems
What does
pretty
he
weird.
want?
Something to do with the Open Lords.
Just staring at me that way. I can't help but smile because those daggers.
Something
It seems a bit suspicious, so
something to do with the Open Lords?
yeah.
Like helping them, investigating them?
I don't know.
what's-
That's why I'd like to Zone of Truth him and see what he's about.
Okay, are we letting him know we're doing this, or
Oh, I've already cleared it with him.
Lead the way?
Right on.
When you came
We'll go.
downstairs, you were greeted also by Gustavo, who was happy to see you. Ryan, you didn't hear his last name last time. His name is Gustavo Yum.
Yeah. Actually, before we go upstairs, let's long night. We should, get some water. You want a glass? I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, I'll go get the profits from last night.
Okay.
We can
I'm gonna go get
tally up the money.
glasses of water.
All right. You go into the kitchen and you see it's actually really clean. The staff did a wonderful job, and you did as well last night, Ignatius, cleaning up the entirety of the kitchen. That's the best thing you can do when you wake up in the morning. You don't have that giant mess waiting for you, and it's not crusted over. Gustavo was ecstatic to have such a wonderful night, and he has multiple plates already prepared with eggs and different meats ready for you in the morning. Some beautiful ham or Canadian bacon is already ready next to all that. Some normal bacon's been cooked, and a couple of fresh greens and fruits, all laid out in a way that is sort of buffet style that you guys can take as you want. You take the glasses out that you helped get a whole bunch of new glasses because Charnook was breaking a bunch of them last times. You fill those up and bring it out as Tellius goes up the stairs, lumbering with the cracking of the floors, or the creaking rather, of the floors as you go up the stairs into your room.
Crash.
Take the chest. There's Ragnar.
You hear a big thump as you get to the top of the stairs.
Oh, perfect. Okay. You do.
From the direction of Tyrion's room.
I'll walk up to the door. I'll knock on the door.
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey.
Don't. Oh, God.
Eggs and bakey. Cold. Do you like eggs?
The door opens a little bit.
I'm just going to
As
push
the door opens
open.
a little bit, a bucket of water falls on you.
On me?
No. On Tyrion.
Oh.
You just see room is destroyed. Everything's on the floor. You see Tyrion face down on the ground with his hand up at the doorknob. Water drenched all over him. He literally crawled to the door to open it.
Right. You need some more sleep, and you need some hour of the dog.
I start climbing up and getting on my feet. Oh, God. That was something.
It was quite the extravagant feature, yeah. How's your friend Cole?
What?
What do you mean, what? Tiefling dude?
I just kind of look back.
Tullius, you see Tyrion look toward the crow that is in his room. Tyrion, you hear, Yeah, fuckhead, what about it? What about me last night?
Turn back to Talius. I'm gonna need a moment. Start making my way down.
Right. I thought something like that would happen. I'm gonna glare at the crow and then just walk to my room.
You just hear, ah!
Yep. That checks out. Totally checks out.
The door closes.
Grab that chest with all the monies, bring it down into the main bar open area for counting.
Okay.
Ryan, no.
On one of the main tables that you've used to sit down with Salem and have a big dinner with everybody, sit down like a grand table. You guys can put your chest there and put all the money out for everybody to see. Thousands and thousands of gold pieces and hundreds of platinum pieces. Actually, thousands of platinum pieces. Glitter up the room, and as Idra and it is Darul. I should have never went with Darul, man. Every time. J-Rule!
Darul!
Are just in utter shock seeing all that. Lupe is there as well. Early in the morning, and the door actually opens as Jaqen Gilfrey enters. He seems to have been up for a very long time. And greetings, morning to you all.
Hello.
Morning.
And
Did you sleep well?
Yes, wonders.
Right on. Gustavo, could you get some Hour of the Dog breakfast going for some of these lads?
It would be my pleasure. And he starts making some of his wondrous food. In particular, there's a type of beverage that resembles coffee, but he puts a little sum in it to give you a little kick. It's basically a splash of Jack Daniels, but it gets you up. It gives you a nice kick.
Let's go.
Tyrion, as you turn in the room, your buddy just looking at you. Remember anything?
Very, very vaguely anything.
Yeah.
It's coming in bits and pieces right now.
Oh, I bet it'll come back as time goes on, or maybe as I tell you more. I thought about it all night, and it's ironic because I'm the one that plays jokes on you, but I think last night you got to play the joke on me.
What happened?
Well, we were having a good time, and that was great. I do admire that. We were making sure nobles were entertained for the night, which was wondrous. But then we went to visit your buddy Tullius, thought we'd play some more pranks on him. He got all this money from the gold pieces, and some human with a fucked up jaw could see me. And that wasn't great. So we had to get out of that. And I think that might have tipped off Tullius there as he started, I don't know, casting spells to reveal me and show me. And Charnook saw me, and Ignatius saw me, and you wouldn't stop talking, kept telling them all sorts of things, which, may I add, it hurt my feelings about how you don't get powers from me. I don't agree with that one bit. I think you have learned quite a lot from me and gained quite the number of abilities. Maybe not fire, per se, but fire of the tongue, I would say.
Wait a second. Did I call you my minion last night? That came back to me. I'm sorry about that. But it's a little bit funny.
It's something we're gonna have to deal with now. I don't know how this will affect our plans going forward, but it's something we now have to manage.
I mean, do you realize the only reason I didn't talk to them was because it's not exactly normal to be like, hey guys, by the way, this thing has been following me forever.
these people hear voices in their heads. They're weird. People are strange. I get why you didn't say it, but I don't think it needed to be said, or the way you said it either. Just hurt my feelings. We've been through so much, and then you're just minion.
Well, I'll set the record straight today.
Oh, well, that is where I like to see things starting. That is almost cheering my mood up to the point of not wanting to punch myself in the face.
I mean, are you okay with me telling them everything? Because I trust them at this point.
It couldn't hurt as long as, they don't find God anytime soon. I'm sure it can't be terrible.
All right.
Well, I guess I'll go harass some young children in the streets or something for a while to get my spirits up. I'll see you later today. Tell me how everything goes. And you see him open up the window and climb out. In reality, the window just opens and a crow flies out. But what you see is this super, disheveled and depressed red tiefling opening up a window and slowly, like a hobo, climbing out into the summer day.
The fucking grudge.
Yeah.
Just, morphing through the window.
Yep.
Was that just, a completely one-sided conversation to everyone else?
I don't think I was around for that conversation.
Yeah, always downstairs.
Yeah, no, everyone's downstairs. That was in your room.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had walked downstairs.
No, but remember you said, give me a second, and you turned back to go...
I looked at him, and then I was like, I said give me a second, and I made my way downstairs to get breakfast.
Oh, okay. Well, you still had that conversation then upstairs, so there you go. My bad. Otherwise, you were talking to yourself downstairs, and everyone was just staring at you awkwardly, which makes way less sense. All right. So you do come downstairs. Food is ready for you. Ingrid. Nope. It is...
Indra.
Say it again?
Idra.
Yep. Hands you the nice strong drink made by Gustavo, and you sit down at the table. You have all this beautiful platinum, gold, silver, and copper in front of you laid out, and the chest over to the side. Sitting at the table right now is Tullius, Tyrion, Ignatius, and Charnook has now made his way up in atoms from around the bottom of the bar into the chair.
I take the bag and I take it off my shoulder because I definitely slept on it.
Yep.
I pass it over to Tullius. I think I put a bunch of the money in here, by the way.
Right, yeah, I should probably take that out too then. And I'll just start scooping handfuls of
I only
money.
put platinum in there, so
Yeah. Just every time I grab it, I'm just, platinum, cool. Sweet, more platinum. Just dragging it
After
out.
about, I'd say, 10 minutes of shoveling platinum out, you finally get all 995 pieces of platinum out of the bag of holding.
There's a lot in there.
yeah.
Like a lot. You see all that?
We made out really well.
Dude, I totally hustled some high fancy pants aristocrats.
Yeah, I almost feel bad. I mean, I don't know how much we would sell the paintings for.
They're selling at 1,000 gold pieces to start. 1,000 platinum, sorry. 1,000 platinum to start. So, this is a pretty crazy amount of money here. I think we could maybe buy a country and retire. I'm serious. We could literally buy a country right now and just forget about everything.
I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to that.
See?
Your scar starts burning a bit, just putting that out there.
You know, something's telling me that maybe we have some unfinished business.
Right, we can do that when we're done. What should we do? We don't need to be lugging this around, yeah? And we should keep some money here for supply runs and stuff, so the staff can take care of things while we're going.
They have wages.
Right, exactly. So,
do you have like a safe?
Yeah, we need like a safe or something.
Gustavo, do you have anyone who can run and pick up a safe?
Gustavo comes out of the kitchen. Oh, Brendan won't be able to pick up a safe, but I can get Brendan to get his father to go get us a safe.
That might not be necessary. We can probably pick up a safe.
We can do.
But then we have to walk there and bring it back.
Yeah.
There's a locksmith inside the town. A couple wards down, you'll be able to get him some of the best locks and smiths in all the city.
Right. Yeah. See, that's what we need, and then we can make a system for dispersing and managing money. Maybe we should get like an accountant or something.
Yeah. And if we have this much money, I
like
may
a manager.
recommend guards. Might be a good idea.
We'll probably I don't know, maybe open an account with a bank, like for the tavern or something. And then I don't know. I'm thinking we get like a manager type thing going, and then someone who can handle the money, make sure the workers are paid. While we're gone, I mean, we could do it, but like while we're gone, it's just awkward, right? Who did that while we were gone? Like, who paid you?
Well, we sort of just split what was in the cash register. Whatever we made for the day's end, Lift didn't really need anything, which is sort of nice.
Right, yeah, he's a ghost, yeah.
So we all took it upon ourselves to divvy up and pay the bills and the taxes that come through.
Right,
that
yeah.
will be due at some point, about a 25% tax on all earnings. So hide your gold.
Yeah.
No.
Right, yeah. Lupe, you did well last night, yeah?
Yeah, I sure did. Cleaned up house.
Right. Since you're so talented and the entire staff is so talented, I'm thinking that maybe, like, would you be okay splitting some of your tips with some of the back-end house people? Not something too crazy, but maybe just like a flat rate or like a small percentage. All the tips get sort of divvied up at the end of the night. They go into like a, central jar, and then they get divvied up between the bartenders and the servers and the people interacting with the customers, and then, the back of the house stuff. I feel a bit bad for Gustavo. He's slaving away, making onion. What are those called?
Fried onions. They're
fried
delicious.
onions.
You see, Gustavo,
Right, yeah.
an order of fried onions? Yeah? Around? No?
Too
I'll
early.
take
Too
it.
early.
It did seem early. All right.
I feel like it's like a afternoon type thing.
Could
Yeah.
be. I'm going to put them on anyway. And he goes into the
All
kitchen and starts putting them on.
But yeah, I'm thinking like just a little something for the the back of the staff, right? Maybe like a 5-10% of whatever the tips are for the night. I mean, you're doing a majority of the work, razzling and dazzling and stuff, but it just seems fair,
Yeah. I mean, this is more money than I've ever made working for Trent, so I could take a huge pay cut and split it evenly and still be making more than what I made with Trent. So, yeah.
Oh, he was so pissed. Oh, that made me really happy.
I mean, I think it should be, you should be getting your fair share, right? You're razzling and dazzling with your skills. Everyone should be getting their fair share. I just want to come up with a system for the tips because I feel that that's important to you guys. It doesn't dip into your paychecks every day. So I don't know what makes sense, and that's why I think we should hire somebody to manage all this
I totally agree
stuff.
that you guys should hire somebody. None of us are very good with numbers. We all do what we do, but somebody else would probably be better about that. And we do also have another tip jar that sits on the counter that we already divvy up.
Right, yeah.
Ingrid interrupts that conversation, and there is Lupe has his own tip jar that was out, and then there's one that sits in the bar next to Charnook. So they divvy up the Charnook one, which was the I wrote it down somewhere in there. the 2 platinum pieces, 46 gold pieces, 12 silver, 86 copper, that was split up between Gustavo, the barmaid, the butler servant, and Lupe Charnook. Those are all the people like manning the counters, all the servants.
Who here on the staff has been here longest?
Live.
Besides Liv.
I'd say they all came around about the same time. Gustavo, Ingrid, and Darul all came in about the same time after Yavanna hired more hands, and Lupe came in afterwards with you guys. So he's obviously the youngest.
I don't know. What do you guys think? We have to run a business while we're gone.
I think we should just hire other people to do it. Honestly, we have to go out to get a safe anyway. We might as well find somebody with the brain smart and tell them to do all this money stuff for us.
Do you guys know anybody that had a career in managing, large amounts of money and supplies and businesses?
What about your old boss, Tyrion?
What?
What about your old boss?
Your old boss at the docks. He was here yesterday.
Maybe he's actually running the magic shop.
Who says he can't do both?
Adam of the West stuff. He might be able to do both. I can bring it up to him, but
Doesn't seem like it'd be too much, right? Well, actually, you have to do inventorying, supply orders, wages. I think that's about it, right?
yeah.
And then obviously making sure the safe is taken care of.
Paying bills.
What about that noble friend of yours? He must be good with money.
Never member. He would never be caught dead running our bar.
Yeah,
I don't think you can
so?
tell a platinum from a silver.
He's a bit too important for this kind of thing. I mean, I appreciate it, but I think he might be a bit too busy for that sort of thing.
Fair enough.
I don't want to just hire a nobody to our bar.
Well, I can bring it up with Griff. He'd know people,
Okay.
and
I
if
like
he
that.
trusts them, I trust them.
Hey, if you trust him and he trusts them, I trust them. Liv.
Yes.
Have you what kind of limitations do you have? I mean, you could probably do it, right?
What, run the business?
Yeah. I mean, the tavern's named after you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something that I feel like is better suited for someone that can get around. And it was such a lifetime ago. All I really am useful for is serving, not so much running.
Fair enough.
But I appreciate the offer.
You're welcome. I mean, it's your place after all. So.
Sure seems so. I mean, so much of my old world is faded. It's really something else to see your world become mine.
Right, yeah.
I struggle to even remember what I was used to be called.
Liv?
No, Waterdeep. Before it was Waterdeep. 210, I believe, was my old home. But it fades so quickly as the years go by, and this has become my home.
I'm glad you have a home now.
Me too. It was beautiful seeing all these people in here. Seeing the bar alive again reminded me of just wondrous times.
Right, too right. I don't know. We'll have to head out later to, get us safe, and then we'll figure it out later. We've got time, right? Yeah, we've got the whole day.
It's like 9 a.m. You have a whole
Yeah. Right, yeah, all day.
Tellius, did we want to go talk to the gentleman?
Oh, Jaqen, he's right there.
He's a couple bars down, and you just see he's not even looking at you guys, and you just see a hand go up. You know, he's like looking away, and the hand just goes at his name.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk to him now?
He's really suspicious looking, right?
What you see is an individual wearing cloak, leaning over, has a drink by his side. It looks like his plate is finished and something's in his hands. Can't really make out right now from where you're sitting.
Just likes to be private.
He's a slippery fella.
Well, we'll soon find out, I guess. Let's go talk to him.
All right. You're an honorable man. I trust you.
Thank you.
Even if you're boring.
The two of you stand up. Do you join with this interrogation of Jaqen, or do you guys stay where you are?
I'm
just recovering.
Probably gonna go over to the bar and help clean up the broken glass, mop down any inches that remain.
Yeah, your area in particular behind, absolute mess you saved for the morning.
There were so many people. All right, I have big, meaty hands, and the glasses are so small in comparison. It's just really hard.
The way Charnook cleans glass is just by putting his hand down and getting it all in his hand and then wiping it off his hand into the garbage. Because he can't like pick up each individual piece because his hands are so large and meaty.
That is super
Do we not own a broom? Is there not a single broom in this entire restaurant?
No, there are. There's plenty of brooms. Or Hannah just chooses to withhold them for you to watch you suffer the pain.
I rage.
I rage clean up glass.
I rage clean up the glass.
That's amazing.
Rage
You
cleaning.
hear Charnook, oh! Yell and be like, how dare you, glass? And he just starts manhandling the glass.
Hello, Grandma Charnook.
That's so true. Bunch of spirits.
They're just watching in disappointment.
100%. 100%. Looking down at you as you are fighting your worst nemesis besides doors. Shattered glass.
Doors.
Oh, dude, you don't even know. That
So-
door was really heavy, though.
Tellius and Ignatius, you sit across from Jaqen, and you see him reading a book. As you two sit down, he puts the book away inside his cloak, and it's tough to make out his face while he's inside his cloak.
Jaqen, is it? My name's Ignatius. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Ignatius. I saw you playing the motherly role last night. That was very kind of you.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Oh, certainly.
He's got like 8 kids. He's really good at this thing.
My God, a father of 8. That's something else.
Yeah. I can't believe it myself. He's so boring.
Well, I mean, I'm interested how someone so boring could be adorning such wondrous armor. That is armor like I've never seen before.
It's the only not boring thing about him.
A gift.
From a wealthy friend, then.
So to speak, yes.
Wondrous. So, what do I owe this morning conversation to?
Well, I heard there was need for a zone of truth.
Oh, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go somewhere more private if you wish.
I don't mind.
Right here?
Do it right here.
There's no one really in the morning. Matt Mercer hasn't awakened yet. Claim his spot. It's still early enough. Tyrion's just coming to, sitting down at the table. Charnook's doing a great job cleaning up. The staff is recounting on what a wonderful night it was, and there's some chemistry building between Lupe, Idra, and Drul. And Gustavo, you could get the smell of fried food starts coming through the bar right now as those onion rings are starting to come to a full crisp.
This is a wonderful place.
Truly.
All right, so I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
All right. What's the saving DC?
16.
He can willingly fail if
I
you want.
know.
He can willingly fail. And I know if he succeeds, so I'll know if he's trying to fight it.
You feel your spell begin to fail, but then all of a sudden it works. You get the feeling he let it happen.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. I guess state your business. And we'll have a conversation.
Certainly. Like I told you last night, I was given some information to come to Waterdeep to ask questions about these masked lords. The top one on my list was the Cast Lanterns, which you seem to have had some business with last night, from what you said.
Yes, they were interested in some of the art pieces we had upstairs. Sold them for a pretty penny.
Yes. I mean, you have to... They're still here, so if you have to deliver them at some point, that might be an opportunity for us to just say hello and see what's going on with them.
What sorts of things are we looking into?
I'm unsure. All the note told me was, look into them. I don't know if something good, something bad, if they're corrupt, if they're secretly wondrous. It was just a tip I got.
That's not allowed to go off on.
Yeah. Who are your benefactors?
I don't have any.
This was an
Interesting.
anonymous tip.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Of sorts.
Is there a reason you would get this tip? Are you some sort of investigator?
I'm just trying to find my way in the world, and this came across me. Figured this would be a way to find myself in the world.
And why are you coming to us?
The Yawning Portal Inn, as I told Tullius last night, was pretty empty, where I heard this is the place where adventurers go. And then they actually redirected me to this grand reopening. And I ended up pretty late to the party. But so many people had talked this group up like something special. I thought maybe I'd take a chance and trust this Tullius individual and see if you would help. But if you don't want to help, by all means, I understand. But if I find something, I figured I'd tell you rather than gods forbid it's bad. I don't really want to go to the Waterdeep police about it, because the Open Lords are very powerful, and the Masked Lords equally as powerful. It is my suspicion, if I got this tip and these names, that I'm investigating Masked Lords.
Pardon my ignorance. I'm new to the area. What is the difference between the Open Lords and the Masked Lords?
I'm also new. I've only been in town a day, and from my travels down south here, it was my understanding that they are allowed to operate in anonymity, and the Open Lord can deal with everybody's problems, while the Masked Lords in the background sort of help make sure the city runs without the pressures of being beaten down in the streets if they make a decision.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's pretty much on the nose. Imagine a council free of, as the public politics, the threat of assassination. That's essentially the role the Masked Lords play. They help control and run the city without making themselves a target, whereas the Open Lord they live within that powerful position, but they also are sort of the bridge between the council and the city.
Okay.
You saw the Open Lord last night.
Yes. Yes, I recall. What was the Open Lord's name?
L'Oreal Silverhand.
Right, L'Oreal.
Yes, we're on good terms with her
Yes,
somehow.
L'Oreal.
It's a good person to be on good terms with.
And a good friend, Blackstaff. That's right.
Well,
It's
Yes.
I don't know if you'd call them friends.
it's a
Well,
bit of
I
a
was making
friendly rivalry.
I was making a joke.
Aha!
So do people know who these masked lords are, or are they all kind of
No, that's the whole point.
shadowy figures that nobody knows
The fact
about?
that he has a name is outstanding.
Highly suspicious
This
and incredible, actually.
cast lanterns.
Cast the lanterns.
And that should
Yes.
not be repeated outside of this tavern.
Correct.
Is this a person? It sounds like
It's the family.
It's a surname.
the whole thing.
Right. Yeah,
It's probably a single person, but it's somebody within that family.
it's within that family.
Cast of lanterns sounds like the last name would be Lanterns.
You. You actually made me laugh, Ignatius. Well done.
Or it's his last name, Cast of Lanterns.
That is the name.
That's the name.
The Castellanterns are a noble family within Waterdeep.
They were the ones that bought the painting
Yeah, they were here
I
last
see.
night.
last night.
And
So,
why is it that people know that family?
they don't. This is highly unusual.
They know the family, so the city of Waterdeep knows the Castle Lanterns. They just have
Yeah.
no idea if they're open lords or not. They just know they are the one of the wealthiest philanthropists in all the city. They're massive with their charity work, and they are basically the favorites of the city. You could ask anybody about them, and somebody in the city would have something to say about the Castle Lantern.
But how do we know that they're one of the masked lords?
We
Because
don't.
this guy apparently
We don't.
believes
No one knows.
they are.
That's just I just got a name, and maybe they are, maybe they're not. Maybe they have a plot to attack the masked lords and destroy them. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
I'm interested in the underlying actions of what's going on in the city, and I commiserate with your plight, trying to find a way in the world. DM,
Yeah.
what kind of vibe is he throwing off when he's talking about finding his way and that sort of thing? I mean,
give me an
I know it's a zone of truth, but like, there's clearly more there to it, right?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
All right. 19.
No.
Okay.
Tell me your secrets. Tell me everything.
So many whispers.
I'd be willing to trust you, Jaqen. Like I said, I commiserate with your plight. I too am just trying to find my way in the world. So I don't see any harm in having you tag along for when I do the art exchange. Might need an extra set of hands to carry the piece.
Wondrous. Well, that's all I asked. Thank you very much.
After that, I can't promise anything else.
Certainly not. I don't expect anything else, but maybe we'll find something of interest.
We'll deliver the art today. I'd like to be punctual
Certainly.
and not keep them waiting. If
Just,
they can afford 2,000 platinum for 2 paintings, I don't want to be on the bad side.
certainly. No buyer's remorse. Don't want them getting
Right.
second thoughts.
Right.
Well, let me know whenever you want to undertake
Yeah,
this.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. We'll go this afternoon. We need to shore up some things with the business here.
Sure.
And, if you'll be in the area, like here,
I
are
will
you
be
staying here?
basically sitting in here until you go. Yes.
Okay. Then we've got to take care of a few things, and then we'll be back, and we'll go.
Oh, shit.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Excellent. Right, that's all. Thanks, Jaqen.
Yes. Thank you, and wondrous talking to each and every one of you.
Very well. All right. Cool. Now what? I think we have a plan of action, yeah?
The door opens. You talk to Jaqen and took some time. You guys get settled in. But the door to the bar entrance opens, and in a purple
Kill him.
tiefling walks in.
Purple?
Yep.
Tiefling.
Yep.
Is
And
it
he
Tyrion?
what? No, he's not
Tyrion?
Tyrion. No, he's not.
Get out!
I'm sitting next to you. you idiot.
Have you been Tyrion this whole time, or has it been a clever ruse?
Charnook looking, but wait, he's over. Oh no, I don't know. That's racist.
Oh, you can't trick me.
The individual has close-cut armor all over him. It's tight, it's black, and he has a gray cloak all over his person, shielding the black boots he wears and the insignia that's on his chest. The insignia itself seems to be some sort of arcane rune name, and a big smile on this individual's face as he approaches the group sitting down.
Hello.
Greetings, wondrous friends! How are you doing this morning? Up and at 'em, early as a bird. I'm impressed. From what I heard about last night, each and every one of you have really the endurance to bounce back I wish I still had in my youth. Regardless.
Who are you?
Oh, I am... I underlined his fucking name, had it all prepared.
He doesn't even know his own name.
I
Shady.
know it. Just give me a second.
Shady.
He didn't even wait to be seated.
I have it. I went past the page 4 times in absolute panic about not being able to find it. My name is Excellence, and I'm about to ship out to the Great North. Calgary just got reordered over to this place called Yin Yang out there, so I'm getting shipped out. So the boss needs me to head there, and she needs me to get you before I head out.
Who's your boss?
Blackstaff.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that takes precedence over everything else we just talked about.
Oh, yep.
All right.
All right. Well, I mean,
Lead the way.
you ready to go right? Oh, yeah, let's go. This gets me out of town.
We just ate. Let's just fucking go.
Terrific. You see Gustavo come out with the onion rings. Oh, does
I
anyone
Wait.
want-
Thank you so much, Gustavo. You're an artist.
I just take a plate and just like carry it with me.
Yep. That's the move. Yeah.
You see Excellence goes, yes, thank you very much. And Gustavo has, there's a couple left. He looks over toward the Jaqen. I think goes over to him on the house. And he goes,
Oh,
and he walks back into the kitchen as you all exit. And a quick turn goes, we missing anybody? I feel like there was another one.
The short one, yeah.
Yes.
She's
Wasn't gonna
she's
say it.
sleeping. Does she have to be here?
I mean, up
It
to
was
you.
it was a crazy night.
Well, we can
Do you
see if
anticipate
she's
that we'll
able
need
and
her?
willing.
I mean, you guys could go.
I'll go
It's your
to.
group.
All right. Well,
I'll go talk to her. I'll walk up and knock on her door.
can I get one of those onion rings?
You hear an answer on the door. She opens the door a little bit and she goes, "Yeah,
We're getting summoned by Blackstaff. If you want to come along,
yeah, I
you
better."
can stay and rest if you want. But
It's Blackstaff. Give me a moment. Door
Okay.
closes. And then it opens about 30 seconds later. Orhana wanders out, looking exhausted and hungover like you can't believe. In her cloak, just totally quiet. Okay, let's go.
all right, let's do this. You want some water before we head out?
You go to hand her water, and she just like reaches in and takes out like a flask and puts it back in.
Now, hold on.
All right.
The group leaves. You
Where
guys
did she get that?
go through the town of Waterdeep, the city of Waterdeep. A very typical path. You've been here before when you've been summoned to see Blackstaff. You go on up the cobblestone staircase as the fresh air is hitting you in the morning. It's about 10:30 a.m. by the time you make it there, and there's this long bridge connecting these two towers, and Blackstaff's tower is this tall, about 4-story building, but most of it is circular stairs up to her wizardly tower on top, and it's all crooked and leaned over on the path as you guys enter into the chambers in which you've met her recently, both Tyrion and Ignatius, and where everybody else, part of the Waterdeep crew, has previously met with her to sign contracts about work and all that type of stuff. Cherish smiles to each of you, and I leave it to the Blackstaff as he takes off for the north in Nature's Hold. You guys are inside this lavish room, wondrous colors. It seems every time you come in here, the wardrobe changes. Potentially because Blackstaff enjoys redecorating a bunch, or potentially because you never noticed it. Who knows? Blackstaff comes down the stairs. She looks all right, she's awake, and everything about her tells you she's completely fine and not hungover, but there seems to be behind her eyes like a choice to want to be hungover. Like a choice that despite her not being hungover, she feels hungover. As she comes down the stairs and sits down. I didn't expect you all to be here at my first summons, but this makes my life so much easier. As she sits down in a grand chair, as you guys all have these small little like couch setting, almost like I forgot what they're called, but the U chairs that you have in your living rooms. No one remembers the name of them. That's fine.
You chairs?
A recliner?
No,
No, like a crow's nest chair
sectional?
type
sectional.
thing? No.
Like couch?
Yes, but not quite. It's a couch.
It's a
but not-
section.
Casting couch.
Definitely not. Blackstaff sits down. All right, so I summoned you here this morning. I had a list of things. She reaches into her bag, and her bag drops out, and all these scrolls pop out. Tyrion, Tellius, Ignatius, give me Arcana checks,
Well, give me a second.
just to see if you recognize what some of the scrolls are. Just
And then I'm going to help her pick it up afterwards.
sure.
9.
Okay, yeah, just glowing symbols.
Arcana
Yep.
4.
You're too busy getting up and helping put them all back and helping her out. She's nonchalantly like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. We'll see what Tyrion rolls. I think you might be muted. We'll see. I'm going to lip read him. Yep, definitely can't hear you. Definitely sorry. Nope. There we go.
Nope.
I had a feeling.
What the?
I didn't hear a noise when I saw the lips move, and I'm like, oh man, God, you're a regular
Something
Ulyrus. You just put it all together.
How is that?
Yep, gotcha.
Oh, it's great. Sounds amazing.
There we go. Arcana check.
Yeah.
Yes.
14.
14. You don't recognize all the symbols, but they definitely remind you of high-level magic, stuff that's like 7th, 8th level spells just falling out onto the ground.
Oh God.
Oh.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so you all have been pretty well caught up by Salem from the notes he gave me here, which is wonderful. Oh boy, I am out of it. But we want to know what your thoughts and ideas are, and we need to discuss the orb that I have in my possession right now. Tyrion and Ignatius brought it here to my attention when you lot were feeling not well the other day, and I'm keeping it safe
Right.
in another plane right now, away from being scryed on or away from being taken advantage of, as you've told me about a creature called Ragnorum Jaqen, who is in hot pursuit of such an artifact. Sounds like that would
Right.
be a very bad proposition for him to get it. So I want to keep that as hidden and as secret as possible.
He's not great.
Yeah, he
Weird, yeah.
sucks. He really sucks.
So, what are your plans for your upcoming weeks here? For the war effort is ongoing, and the Greyhound would have great use for all of you in here if you do not have plans to aid us in this war. This is something that is not required, despite your membership with the Greyhound. You're still on more like honorary members for what you helped Waterdeep do, and we're not in the business of forcing people to fight.
Right. We're really just looking to take care of our business. But after that, I don't think we really have any plans. Right.
Well, I mean, we've got the orbs, we got
That's true. And our friend to revive.
Yes. I am sad. My condolences once again to losing your friend Shalmir and Ulyrus. But I heard he's alright, which is strange.
He's not dead.
He's alive, yeah.
That's good. My concern is much with this Ragnorum fellow. This orb has great power, and that's worrisome that he's in seek of it. The madness of the lizard folk are hitting the shores of Minna, plaguing them by what information we have. Scober, for quite some time, they've been showing up and been bothering in Scober. And we're even getting maddened creatures to show up here on our shores in Waterdeep. These things are troublesome. And if they're in relation to these orbs, then it may be in the best interest of the city and the safety of the city, as we have prepared and we have very capable individuals to defend against anything that absolute moron in the north, Escott, might think he can throw at us. Waterdeep will never fall to the likes of him. So it might be in our best interest to have you all pursue whatever this is with these orbs that might help keep us safe.
That seems to align with what we need to do.
Well, that's actually quite a wondrous coincidence. Where does this orb originate? You said there was more. Charnook,
There
this
are
is...
4.
All right. Yes, please tell me about these.
I will relay to her the visions that I had regarding the location of the temples for the orbs.
Okay.
I as a player don't remember exactly where the elemental air one goes. Is it on the mappy map?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
All the temples are on there.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about it once.
Yep. The air
So
temple
air-
is all the way in the north of Penk.
The air temple is, where are you?
Tippy top.
The stony. Oh wait, air temple is the tippy top. The blistering labyrinth.
Yep.
So yeah, temple is the blistering labyrinth.
Yep.
The infernal labyrinth is the fire one.
That's yours. Your orb is definitely not there.
Yeah, that one. But I saw a vision of where it was. Correct.
You did, and it's somewhere near the north, somewhere north of Neverwinter.
North of Neverwinter is where I would like to go. I have a personal stake in.
Mm-hmm. And then the other two is the Quaking Labyrinth, which it seemed to be in place, and then some strange creature seemed to be in the Flooded Labyrinth that had the other orb. And you did see visions of when you visited the Storm Temple with Cole. She showed you Ragnorum beating the ever-living shit out of people, and that weird cackling creature saying to come get it.
Come and get it, yeah.
But we are closest to. We're closest to. That is on the continent. Perhaps we should head there. Go to the next orb and attempt to bring them where they need to go.
That
I
may
imagine-
prove difficult, as that is all occupied territory you'd have to get through of the Cobalt Alliance. You could potentially use one of our private and secret teleporters that has been getting us teleporting circles back and forth between the north and the south here, and then you could travel from Nature's Hold toward where you need to go in non-occupied territory.
Do I know exactly where I need to go?
Yeah, you guys saw, and you made a check. You had a really good idea of where you need to go.
All right.
As a player, let me get the map up and I can tell you the area in which I showed you.
Is it the Forgotten Fortress?
It was in the area of, like, Forgotten Fortress, Kaladesh, Lost Water, Cave Ruins, Bro Rough.
Right. Looking right at it. Oh, it's right by Mosmel's house.
Yeah, all that.
Sorry.
Who?
Yeah, so
Right.
somewhere in that area is where you should be heading to try and find.
So we go north to go south. Sounds like that's what we're going for, and seems to me that we're going to be encountering the enemy forces anyway. We can do
Well,
you a favor and help reduce their numbers along our way.
We have to find that Rudolph character as well.
That's
to
right.
try and revive Eve.
That's right.
The sooner we get her back, the sooner we get shot.
That would be a most powerful ally to get back, if possible. This other group of individuals I've met with, I believe each of you have met with them as well. Your encounter at the mountain, they seemed most concerned about Eve as well, and they were looking to try and aid her in any way. The follower of Tyr did a great deal for healing, but he is unable to regenerate any of her arms and legs at this time, as she is missing most of her sides. But they're working their best to try and get her back too. But whatever madness disease that has overtaken her is worrisome, as we see so many of these other creatures succumbing to the madness. Have any of you met the individual known as Jaqen Gilfrey? You all met him at the mountain at least once, but did you ever inquire further?
I mean,
What was that name?
Jaqen Gilfrey.
That last name.
I wonder if they're related.
Seems likely.
What a coincidence.
You know
Or-
someone with the same last name.
Yeah, a guy showed up at a bar with the same last name last night during the party. You probably saw him, didn't even realize.
Was it the strange fellow in the hood?
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
yep.
Yep.
He was one of the last ones not to clear out after everyone else but us had left, so that narrows it down a bit.
Yeah, him and Tellius were having some secret meeting. Whispering to each other.
She gives you a glance.
Just seeing what he was all about.
And does he seem safe?
Yeah, it seems forthright. Ignatius and I, and slightly Tyrion, had a chat with him this morning under
He's
the
asking,
cover of a Zone of Truth.
He was asking some very interesting inquiries.
How so?
Yes.
Trying to investigate the masked lords.
Eyebrow raises. That is strange. And dangerous waters to investigate. Is there any reason behind this sudden interest in figuring out the identities of the masked lords?
Not that we could ascertain.
Anonymous tip.
Very strange. That's very valuable information. Information that Xandathar has been dying to get his hands on. And what the Zentirum once successfully had in their pockets before you helped clear them out. And those masked lords are no longer masked lords. Their identities are kept awfully secret. Even other masked lords don't know who the other masked lords are. Only L'Oreal and myself know who they are, and I only know half, and she knows the other half.
Highly secretive.
Must make annual meetings really difficult.
It can be, especially when voices change, when they think they can just blow us off and send a relative. That's the easiest way to blow their cover and then probably get kicked out of being a masked lord of Waterdeep. Keep an eye on this. I trust your judgment.
Yeah, we will.
We'll let you know if anything fishy happens.
So, what's your timetable so we can make sure the teleporter pad, the teleportation circle is ready for you when you want to make your travels to the north in order to find this orb, or if you have to go on your mission to Minna. No, she won't know that. To find the read-off character, then you should. The teleporter circle will always be waiting for you.
Well, we have to get a stake. And we have to find someone who's good with money to run our business while we are gone. That's our first priority.
Sure.
Do you know of any such character by any chance?
Can't say I do.
Yeah, my business contacts in this city are pretty limited. So,
Not my area of expertise.
bummer.
Let's-
Apparently, arm wrestling is your area of expertise, though.
You see this glare as the rest of you definitely know she lost last night.
yeah.
And she goes,
I know.
Well, that's all I had for you then. Besides that, I'll be calling in all your services to help with the town and assorted duties at every citizen and magic user of Waterdeep is needed.
Of course.
Tyrion, probably starting tonight.
Sucker.
Tullius tomorrow.
Oh,
And Ignatius and Charnook, you could
great.
probably get set tomorrow as well.
What do you?
Tomorrow evening.
I don't use magic, though. What are you talking about?
Yes, but I think we could still use your help.
Oh,
Chernuk, you're magically strong.
I won't argue with you, but I don't think it's quite the same thing.
Still works, and you signed a contract.
You know, I'm illiterate, so does that really mean anything?
No, to me. She starts getting up, and she's like, you can see yourself out as she opens the door, and the door opens automatically, and she starts going up the stairs, and the room starts to fade as you hear a voice calling down. And Tyrion, make sure to send more of that wine you have back at your place my way.
Very
Stuff is
nice.
expensive. My goodness.
You guys exit out of the Blackstaff's tower, and Orhana looks to all of you and goes, all right, I'm going back to bed, and splits from the group. The day is yours to do as you wish.
All right.
Should we draft a help wanted ad?
Good.
I think we should give Tyrion's boss a shot first. See what he thinks.
Are there any mountains nearby?
There is a gigantic mountain that the city borders, in which the Mad Mage lives in.
Yeah, that one.
Very comforting.
How long would it take to hike on the mountain?
Up the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
it's like double Everest.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
The thing is gigantic. You can
Okay.
look at the continent and look how big it is on my map of the continent.
All right. I don't have
Puny.
that. Oh, but if you guys don't mind, and whoever wants to,
Oh wow, it is really big.
I'm feeling like going for a nice hike. Not all the way up the mountain, obviously. That's quite the endeavor. But just, maybe up and along it a little bit. Some fresh air, some nature, maybe a good view of the city.
I'd like to join you, but not until we sort out our business.
We need a manager, dang it.
Yeah,
Find one.
we need a manager ASAP.
As we're
Especially if
walking
we're
through
gonna
the
be-
streets of Waterdeep, I'm keeping my eyes open for somebody who looks managerial.
Cheerio. Oh, shit. That is big.
Not a single mountain in sight. You got me. Apparently, there's
The
this
sky
whole
is
thing
the mountain.
that broke out on the D&D Reddit, the meme Reddit, that he did some sort of prequel thing by mistake, and he talked all about this big mountain, not by mistake, but he talked about this big mountain the entire time, and then in the reality of the game, there is no mountain in that city. So all his players wouldn't stop, like, I can't wait to figure out that mountain boss. What happens to the mountain boss, man? It's just not there anymore. Where'd it go? And it's not even that funny, but the Reddit would not let it go for like a month.
Mountain boss, dude.
So we don't have any mountain bosses, sadly. It's always been there.
Damn it.
All right. So, well, if our first priority is finding a bar manager, then what's the first step? I guess Tyrion
Well,
was
I've
gonna
got my
talk
eyes
to
open.
his old-
All right, let's go. And I'll make my way to Adam of the West's shop.
All right. You
What's
guys
the
walk
word
through a
enchantment?
city, and it is a very cheerful day. Being one of the hottest days in Waterdeep, all of you are sweating on your walk there. It's probably about 95 degrees out already. It's about noontime, though, so I guess that's fair as the sun is getting to the zenith in the sky. You see children laughing and playing in the streets, and some of the water being redirected towards the kids dancing around, only to have soldiers come by and be like, we're rationing water, you have to stop. And they're just like, but I don't understand war. And they're like, rations, get out of here. Turning into Adam the West's place, you see his magnificent display as usual, with the creatures turning and going through as something different on the outside. His purple mist is still coming out and changing color as it comes towards you to greens and reds. And you enter in, and you are greeted by Grit, who has a big smile on his face and a big laugh, being like, "Whoa! I didn't think you'd be up so early. Hell of a party. Made me feel young again, let me tell you. You could really have something with fight pits. I think that could be the future of that bar business." Obviously, permit permitting.
Multifaceted business plan.
What's that?
It's a multifaceted business plan. There are many angles with which we could earn some money through it. We've got a fantastic cook. We've got some bar fights. We've got a fantastic bard. There's so many things going for it.
I agree. It was quite the grand reopening. All of the boys were so happy to see you, Tyrion. It was something wondrous. It's good to catch up and see it full life.
Yeah. Actually, we had a question for you.
Oh, certainly. He has like his glasses down on his nose. These super tiny, definitely doesn't fit giant orc Grit, who is like a huge orc. Remember, his shoulders were super wide, and like in his office, his arms could get to every facet and corner of the office because of how tiny to large he was. Mr. Incredible style. Yeah, shoot.
How busy are you here?
That silence as you just hear Adam of the West's like cuckoo clocks coming out and like the flying birds going, the crane, the paper magical ones flying around, and the little golems coming over being and something coming out, and he just like takes it, puts it back in, starts walking away. Not very, that's for sure, not very busy.
Because we are not around that much, clearly. And we are in the process of looking to hire a manager to help run the at least the background stuff for the bar.
It's an interesting proposition.
We didn't say it was you.
Well, that's offensive.
But we'd like to give you an offer.
You see Grit now just confused.
I look at him confused. I look at Tullius confused. Like, what? What are you doing?
I'm just messing around.
He's a mastermind. Just let him work.
He also said as a proposition, not like even sentence structure wise, he didn't say it was for him. He just said that sounded like an interesting proposition. It wasn't like, oh man, you're gonna offer me the job. So that's great. So everyone is now confused, and the DC just went up.
Oh no! Oh no!
I feel all the time.
What did you have in mind? Were you looking for somebody I might have known to help with running your bar?
Well, despite what my friend says, I was thinking of you, hence why I asked about your work availability at the moment.
I thought that, but I'm used to having people build me up and break me down, so middle of the road expectations were right there. I'm happy it went a little better than what I expected. What would you need me to do?
I mean, I'll just kind of the background stuff, helping manage inventory, managing the wages, managing the coffers and distributing them in the necessary places. Just kind of the stuff that we can't deal with on a day-to-day basis because, I mean, we're on our own.
Hiring staff if need be, paying for repairs, that sort of thing.
Give me a persuasion check.
Tyrion, I think this guy might be the guy. That's an inspiration.
Ooh. What's your inspiration die?
It's a D8 because we're not high enough level yet for me to do a D10.
D8 is still almost fucking great.
I need one more level.
24.
24.
Nice.
You see Grit.
Not high enough.
Not after that debacle opening. Hey, fuck you. You want to work for us? No?
Yep.
Me? I don't know.
It's almost like I'm a charisma based character.
Yeah.
Almost.
You see, well, Tyrion, you have always had a way with words. You are one charming individual. My only holdup would be, could you envision me in this position after I finish up work here every day? Shop closes up around 5, and typically bar life is late. Would that be all right for me to then probably head over by about 6 and work till about, 11
I mean,
midnight?
realistically, you don't even need to be there for the standard bar hours. You're not doing the bulk labor on the floor. It's more of the background stuff that needs to be taken care of.
Well, that's what I figured as much, but I could probably do that once I'm out of work with Adam
Yeah.
for the day. And then I don't see why not. You honestly invigorated me last night, seeing how exciting that was, and just not dealing with customs orders and garbage individuals. And if someone gets testy, you can just throw them out on the streets. And we know
It's great. It's my favorite part.
I could use a little pick me up to feel young again. Certainly, I'll take the job.
Thank you. And I'll reach
Wonderful.
my hand out.
Shakes your hand, and you have
shake.
here. Actually, the matter of pay. You, Tyrion.
Well, since you've already agreed, we won't
Tyrion.
plan on paying you.
You snake-tongued devil, you've done this before. As you recount many a times when you've asked for time off, and you've gotten him out of conversation, and then he agrees to something without the last detail being hammered out. I don't expect much, but just to be compensated for all the busy work, I would hope for a fair wage.
What? Just as a question to the group, what were we paying the other employees?
I don't know.
Two gold a day, I think.
Yeah, it was 2 gold a day.
We should raise the wages.
Probably 4 gold a day.
Are you offering that to your bud?
Yes.
Great. 4 gold sounds good to me. And he reshakes your hand. That's
Can
nice
I,
partnership. Yeah.
just for shits and giggles, can I do an insight to see if he thought that was a lot, like way more than he was expecting?
Sure, go for it.
Just curious. Oh, good roll.
Ooh.
500.
Insight.
We made it.
Oh,
We
my
beat the game.
insight's fantastic too.
Oh, yeah.
Cleric,
Yes.
man.
He's a cleric. Oh, yeah.
24.
He is,
Oh, yeah.
you are a well-seasoned captain of Skoberheim who have seen many deals, and you know going rates. And as you read his face, honestly, it looks like it's about right for what he was expecting, and it's about the going rate for doing something that's a side gig job that doesn't demand many hours. That's fair pay. Doesn't seem like it's overpaying, because these are the details that really need to be sorted in an order, especially taxes in Waterdeep. On the other end, you probably could have paid him more to make him feel better. But then again, it's like, you didn't have to. It's just a fair rate. You paid him a fair wage.
It's the starting wage.
Yeah. See how
Entry level.
Okay.
entry level manager, accountant, completely and utterly running the business. Entry level
Yep.
CEO position, CFO position. The old entry level CFO.
We'll be giving him stock after a few years. That'd be great.
Well, I'll be sure to head over later tonight, introduce myself to the staff, and bring some of my books in order and start getting your books in order.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Did any of you want to buy anything today? Or were you just here to see me?
We are here on business.
What
Is
do you
there
have to
anything
say?
that looks really
Yeah.
cool around?
You do have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, the store is pretty barren and empty from last time. It's only been a few days since you were last in here. They still have the problems of the war going on, so basically everything that's been made here has been handed over to the cause to make sure people have weapons to fight with, especially magical weapons. You can inquire about some stuff, but you know, there's like, I say, do you want him to take some stuff out? Because everything on the walls is basically picked over. If you want to buy something, he can go in the back and go bring them out to you.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I've got one more.
I mean, I'm set at the moment.
I could afford perhaps a ring.
Rings. Might have one or two of those still ticking around back here.
Show me what you got.
As he goes into the back, he comes out a short time later. Oh, stop it.
It's bedtime.
It is bedtime.
Amen.
I'd say we're actually out of rings today. Looking through what I have, I believe we were cleared out by some of the soldiers last night.
Do you have any necklaces or anything with a helpful enchantment?
I have a potion available, scrolls, a wand.
What kind of scrolls?
Here, as he takes out the ledger and puts the glasses back down, there is a scroll of resist energy that Adam whipped up, a scroll of owl's wisdom, a scroll of spiritual weapon. I'd be curious to see how that one works. A scroll of drawback curse, a scroll of comprehend languages, and it looks like a divine scroll that allows you to use the spell entangle. And this long sword that has been enchanted with the frosted peaks of the most northern parts of Atet.
How much is that sword?
The long sword is going for about 560 gold pieces.
That sounds cool. You gonna get it?
I think I am. However, if there's somebody who needs it more, I do already have a custom Adam of the West sword that is still very useful. However, I do like swords.
I like swords too. I'm only interested because of its frosty appeal, but
He goes back into
I'm
the back
fine.
and comes back
really,
out.
I'm fine.
And it has a very intricate handle, very different from the crafting you've seen native to a tool. It's definitely this, it almost looks like it is a frost or an icicle shape to all of it. The blade itself seems jagged like ice, and the handle
Bless you.
does as well, as it spirals down with these whites. And the blade itself seems like the tip of an ice spear that you would have like sharpened a not a glacier, what fall and hit you?
Icicle.
Jesus. Of an icicle as he brings it out. And there's this glow given off to it as well.
This is really cool. I want this. I'm going to buy it.
All right.
What does it do?
That's that.
It is a +1 sword. So it's a +1 long sword that for up to 50 feet will give you a blue glow, and it does 1d12 damage
That's cool.
plus 5 ice damage.
That's really cool.
Just flat ice damage.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. I'll
Longsword.
put some money on the table.
12. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It's basically a lance.
You got it. As he puts the sword onto the table. This is not. You just use the basic thing in D&D Beyond and then write some notes about it. This way you can have cooler swords, and I also don't have to give
Do you have
you
a
guys.
fancy? Do you have a fancy name for it?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Sword.
It's a +1 sword in D&D Beyond where you'll make notes about what it does at the moment, and then eventually I'll make it. Because it does have the name. You should write down the name, which was... it's called Masterworks Cold Iron Longsword.
That's a long name.
I didn't name it.
You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But you are correct. It is long. But here it is in the ledger. Masterwork has a couple names here in the ledger. Most of it's been used. I think that might be a craftsman out in a tool or a tet. So that might be of interest if you guys ever make it back over there in your travels. To be looking for whoever this masterwork may be.
so it was D12 damage, 30-foot glow,
50-foot.
and 50-foot glow. Okay.
Yep. 1d12 slashing plus 5 ice.
Cold mod. Very cool. Thank you.
All right. So,
I really appreciate this. Thank you very much. I will
absolutely.
make sure that it is put to good use.
Wondrous doing business with you. He takes all of your gold pieces from you, puts them in the register. But you notice as like each one spills out, they're not hitting the register. They're just disappearing into some dimension.
Cool.
Very neat.
Ignatius, do you want anything?
I think I'm all set.
Do
Got a
you?
bunch of new stuff.
Nope. I'm all good.
I'm feeling pretty flush too, so I'm good.
Right on. Well, I'll be by the bar tonight. All of you have a wondrous day.
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good day.
The group leaves.
Adios.
The day is still yours to do what you want if you wish to do.
I'm
Jaqen?
going
We're gonna
to
get a safe.
I'm going to take a slight detour from the group.
Yep.
Where are you going?
I have to run a quick errand. I'll meet up with you a little bit later.
Seems suspicious.
You gonna
Well,
go
I've
hang out
got
with
some
your friends?
explaining to do in a little bit, but I just have to run this real quick and then I'll head back to the bar.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go get a safe, so we'll meet you there.
Be safe.
Without problem, you guys are able to track down the safe and the locksmith shop. It's going to run you for a quality safe about
No, we want high end.
high end. It's going to
Yeah.
run you about a high end one will be about 50 gold pieces.
Easy, done and done.
All right. He has to have it carted to your place. It is like a gun safe, and it is massive. It is heavy, and
Why can't we just carry it?
Actually, technically, you probably could because of how grossly strong you are.
That's what I'm saying.
I also am strong.
We'll just tag team it. We'll be like movers.
The owner of the
Throw it on
shop
my
is
back.
utterly shocked by your strength. He's never seen this before, and he's like, "What? What?" As you guys leave, slam down the gold and leave, and he's just like, "I haven't been this shocked since the Xandathar Guild came through here, and that was startling, because it was a beholder that shook me down." 4 gold pieces. That's what I almost lost my life over. 4 gold pieces.
Man, do you remember Kringle Fest when it just came
Wait,
out?
Tellius, you have a strength score of 26, right?
29.
29. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's all because of
You
the belt.
can you can carry 435 pounds.
Just innately? That's hilarious.
as carrying capacity.
Give me all your stuff.
It sounds like an awesome way for your DM to somehow just like in the middle of battle undo the bell just so Tully just goes, oh, he just like collapses.
If you can do that, then we can cut off Escott's rings.
Chop off his fingers,
Gotta
take his
try.
rings.
Pull a Sauron.
Pull us around.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
Oh, I just watched all those. Yes. Fuck Frodo.
All right.
Tyrion, what are you doing?
I am gonna go find the wine salesman that we purchased our wines from.
Certainly. You're able to find and locate him.
I'm going to purchase a dozen Frostborn wines.
You see him-
Buddy,
Oh, you're back already. You cleared me out yesterday. You sent that Lupe character, right?
Yes.
This is startling how much I've had addicts order less than you. I want you to know that.
Well, what was bought before was for a big party.
I've
that we
heard.
were-
I've heard. That was the rumor on the street.
This is a separate occasion.
Right. So I have 2 bottles, not barrels. You cleared out my barrels. I have 2 bottles left that I can sell you. That would be my very last of my collection that I have saved up over the course of the past 10 years. I've been saving up this wine.
Jesus
Nothing
Christ.
new has come because of the war, of course. But if you'd like to purchase this, you may. They're going to run you about 500 gold apiece at this point because they're so rare.
don't we still have like half a keg back in the bar?
I will give him. You said it was 500 apiece.
Yeah.
So I give him 1,000 gold.
You see him just
You fucking
gutted.
douche.
Like he was almost certain this had to be too much. And you just see him begrudgingly hand over his last 2 bottles of
Oh my
Frostborn.
Oh, you did
God.
both of them, not just one?
And you see him.
Wow.
Thank you for doing
Weird
business with
flex,
me.
but okay.
I didn't even catch your name.
I'm Tyrion.
Tyrion, it's nice to meet you. I appreciate your business. You've made me a very wealthy man and a very sad man.
You wouldn't happen to have a small gift, like a card to attach to them, do you?
Yes, I will throw that in for free. As he goes and he has this wonderful little gold bow ties he puts on them with cards, and it's a little intricate display. It's that very nice touch of small business on it. Someone cares.
All right. So I am going to take these bottles.
Yep.
I'm going to bring them to Blackstaff's tower.
All right.
I gotta put a little note on them that says, "For your consideration on my assignments, love Tyrion."
When you come
And I'm gonna.
when you come to the gates and you're trying to explain yourself, as soon as you said you show the Frostborn wine, the 2 of them go fuck, and they don't even listen to you anymore. They just let you go as you go up the stairs and leave the note inside the area. You're greeted by one of the Blackstaff stewards that's taking care of it. She's busy at the moment taking care of other businesses in the day.
And I'm just gonna be like, I would like these delivered to the Blackstaff
Certainly.
with a little card attached.
I'll make sure they're delivered. Oh my God, what is wrong with me?
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Enough is enough. I will deliver your message begrudgingly because I am a good steward. He puts it down. Good day, Tyrion. Good day.
And then I'll make my way back to the bar.
Yep. You all.
This is how Tyrion and Blackstaff fall in love.
Yeah,
This
He
is
just
it.
gets her drunk all the
Starts with a
time.
lot of alcohol.
Yep.
this is not healthy. As you guys
Doesn't have to be.
return to the bar, Tyrion gets there about the same time. You guys lug the safe halfway across town. It's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon by this point, and there's no sign of Jaqen.
Kill him.
Ouch.
Have there been any patrons?
Just a
While
couple
we
people
were
in
gone?
here. Matt's in here, and just a couple individuals you don't quite recognize inside the bar, just drinking. Getting the day started.
having lunch?
Having that lunch, yep.
All right.
Where are you guys gonna put the safe?
I wonder where. Maybe in Shalmir's shed might be a very safe location for it, since most people can't get in there. But could your boss, Tyrion? Do you think he could get in
We
there?
could put it downstairs.
Yeah, let's just put it in the basement.
Basement.
It's behind the bar, so most patrons aren't going to have access to it.
Yep.
All right.
Go
Most people can't pick
downstairs.
it up.
You find a nice little section. It just goes, it divots into the like cement flooring, the foundation of the mansion, and you guys
I'm sure it'll be fine.
have to pick a code, an arcane word that can open the safe. You have to choose something that is not common. It won't let you use something like open. It won't. That's just built in for the expensive safe you got. So you need a magic word or phrase.
Can it be reconfigured every like on a frequency basis?
You have to take it back to the blacksmith to reconfigure it.
That's ridiculous.
That's a safety
I want my money
measurement.
back.
We could call him here instead. Maybe. I don't know.
This is also to stop Tellius from changing it every fucking day. To
No,
something-
no. We're trying to implement a safe mechanism that the code changes were it to fall into the wrong hands.
Sure. We'll make it a complicated code.
It will be part of the employee training and
Well, it's this is just how it is. That's part
just
of the
how it
safety,
is. All
yeah.
right, magic lock.
Yep.
Fair enough. We need to make a password.
Sure do.
What should we do?
What's something that you'll remember?
My name. That's easy to remember.
That feels a bit obvious.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to use it.
What if it's something that we all have?
Dicks.
I mean,
No,
you're not wrong.
because Orhana
Is she with us?
She's not currently here.
is not currently with us. No, I pull out I pull an item out of my bag and I say, "What about Ring of the Valkyrie?"
Oh,
It's
that's
Like
not a
it's
bad
like
idea.
saying the entire phrase.
Yes, it's
I like
something
that.
we literally all have it,
All
but it's
right.
that's a very complicated sequence of words that not many people are going to have knowledge of.
Right.
Alright.
What if we make the L a 1 instead? That might throw some people off.
Oh my god.
I like that. That's fine. That can be the passcode.
Ring of the Va one Carees. you do realize this is a phrase we say out loud. It's not something we
course.
put onto the save.
Absolutely. Works for me. Whatever makes you guys happy, I will just go along with it, because realistically, I'm never going to touch this safe.
You never know.
That's a good password.
It is a good password.
Are you using the one or
Yeah.
not?
No one.
We are not using we are using
just-
Ring of the Valkyries.
All right.
Like normal people.
Good
You
to
guys
know.
are gonna be super pissed when somebody robs us.
We're the only ones that are going to know passcode aside
As well.
from Grit. That's it.
I hope so.
Me too.
All right, so you guys set the lock, and that was the
Wait.
most vivid conversation I've ever seen your characters have in my head. Like, it was clear as day. I saw Tullius, Tyrion, and Charnook in this basement with a massive, taller or as tall as them, like 6-7 foot safe, as they were trying to figure out what arcane password they wanted. That was so vivid. That's actually
fuck. It's gone. I had a thought. It's gone.
all right. You guys
Sorry.
come upstairs, and what would you like to do? Still no sign of Jaqen yet?
Yeah, he didn't say. He said he was going
Wait.
to stay here.
I'd like to go back down to the safe and cast Magic Mouth on the safe.
Yeah.
And so whenever someone says the incorrect passphrase, it will trigger. And it will just make like a really loud howling, blood-curdling scream, like Bloody Mary type, yeah? And then it'll be like, ah, like you heard the scream, and it'll be like, intruder alert.
All right.
Like super loud.
You got it.
As like another security mechanism there.
Absolutely.
Nice. I knew that spell would come in handy again.
Not exclusively for messing with Tyrion.
No. Sometimes I'm a good guy. Yeah, I have so much jade dust. I remember I've got so much jade dust. It's just sitting around.
All right.
You all probably want some explanations from me, I bet.
Well, yes, I do. But where is Mr. Gilfrey? Didn't he say he would be here?
I mean, he might be out getting started because we told him we were taking care of some errands for the majority of the
Lupe.
day.
Yeah.
Lupe, where did he go?
What, the cloaked fellow?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah, he's just out on the lawn.
Oh, well,
He wanted to get some fresh
Okay.
air. He's by Shalmir's forge.
okay. Thank you for your
Is that
help.
how- is that
You
how
are
you say
wonderful as always.
Yeah, thank you. But all right, it just goes down. He's messing with his own concoctions at his little stand right now, trying to figure out new tricks.
He's perfect. I love him so much.
Do you guys go outside then?
I do.
Okay, Charnook, you go outside and you see the cloak is laid out and he is sitting with his feet together, like soul to soul, as he has his hands out and appears to be meditating in the late afternoon sunlight. Eyes closed, blonde hair, pointy elf ears, palish skin, with a calmness to his demeanor. As you can hear the sounds of the busy city in the background, and the smells of Gustavo's latest cookings inside the kitchen, which would be something heavy in herbs, giving some interesting smells that are delicious.
Well, I just walked into a situation. I don't know if I should talk to him or if I should wait. You know, it's like that situation where you walk in because you need to talk to your boss, but your boss is talking to somebody more important than you, so you just gotta kind of stand there.
Charnook is
It's,
just
that's
standing
what-
at the
that's what
doorway.
I'm,
All of you can see Charnook standing there with the door open, not doing anything, but sort of moving his head side to side, trying to make a decision.
Guys, it should be, you think we should interrupt him? I don't know what he's, you know, it might be important.
I would like to put the revenue from the party
Yep.
into the safe, and then the rest of the money to divvy it up evenly amongst all of our party members.
Okay.
Ooh, I would love that, please. I
So
just
how
spent
much are
all
you
my money
leaving
on a fancy
for
sword.
the building?
For the bar,
Yeah, for the bar.
7,000
Okay.
gold, which is the revenue from
Yep.
the, yeah.
Okay.
And then the rest will just divvy up amongst our party members. So whatever that math is, I don't know what that math is.
We can do that tomorrow. I mean, we're gonna stop at 10:30.
Yeah.
So we'll do numbers tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I just want to make sure that it's not just like out. out and about, and then I'll just put the chest, I guess, behind the bar or something.
Sure.
Or like maybe out. It might be a cool like set piece.
Yeah,
or
it looks
something, I don't know.
gorgeous. It has all sorts of like gemstones on it itself, and it's all intricately designed with these blues and golds.
Well, maybe we'll use it as like a liquor bottle holder or something like that.
Yeah,
We can
certainly.
fashion it like that so that people are like, whoa, and you can put like this super fancy stuff in there.
Easy. Lupe takes it from
Right.
you, and he's all excited and off to the races.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
Tarnuk's still standing in the door as he watches that happen, like an awkward kid.
Tyrion, I don't know what to do. Help!
What?
Do I talk to him? Do I just wait?
Just let him meditate.
Okay, but I feel like we need to talk to him. I don't know.
And he'll come back in when he's done.
But what am I supposed to do in the meantime? Just twiddle my thumbs?
Yeah. There's other things to do.
As Tyrion's like sitting in a chair, half shouting,
Ready to
half
talk to
talking
us?
to you down this long hallway that you're just standing half in the room, half outside, as Jaqen is just meditating.
Chana, come here.
All right.
Tyrion wants to
Right.
talk to us.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Some time passes, and then finally you see the door open and Jaqen walks in. His hood back up, and you can't really see his face once his hood is on again. And he says, "Oh, you're back. Wonderful. Are you ready to possibly bring those paintings to the Castle Lanterns?"
Yes, I am so ready. Thank you. Let's do this.
All right. That you can see he's like, that's weird. You guys pick up the paintings and you start going on your way to the Castle Lanterns mansion.
The Castle Lanterns only bought paintings, right? No sculptures.
Yes, just paintings for them.
Should
And
we
just
bring
Out
sculptures?
of yeah, we're gonna try and sell it on the road.
That would be
No, we're
clever.
gonna bring them to the meeting. If they say, "Oh, what's that?"
All
I
right.
don't think that's necessary.
I mean,
Do you
they
not
might be
like
very
money?
impressed.
I think it's strange to bring sculptures when you're dropping off art that they already paid for.
I mean, it's like, hey, you already bought this. This is also recommended. People who bought this also bought this, right?
I don't think that's how it's gonna work out.
Right, but they're stupid, Rich. They might just go for it. You don't know.
I say maybe just bring them what they paid for.
It might be construed as rude. You're basically a solicitor.
Shoving our art down their throat.
We were
Yes.
invited. We're not soliciting. We were invited.
We were
They are
invited
expecting us.
to drop off the art that they paid for,
Right.
not to bring more art to try to sell them.
We could leave one as like a. And then maybe they'll come back from. Oh, I don't know. This is a business, Ignatius. This is a business.
You got to think about
I
this.
didn't realize art was part of the business, but
It is now.
For the first time since you got back home, you notice Zeph is just sitting in a bar stool.
What the fuck?
Have you been here the whole time?
He
Oh my
has
God.
been. And he's only just now broken his stealth check all this time because his
Oh my
argument
gosh.
is annoying him. And he just goes, just make a decision, please.
Zeph?
Yeah,
Where were you last night?
I was here.
Wait,
Where?
Literally.
ew, I was here. I was at the bar the whole time. There's no way you were here.
I wasn't literally in this seat, but I was here.
I haven't seen you since we got back.
Well, that is almost a compliment, but almost hurts my feelings as well. I don't really know how to take this.
You're so stealthy.
That is my life.
You're like a ninja.
Yes. That is what I've been called before incorrectly.
What should we call you?
You don't really have to call me anything. I'm just excellent at stealth.
Okay. God.
What do you think we should do, Zeph? What do you think is the right call here?
This is not my battle. As he goes back to sipping on a drink.
Right.
All right, let's just bring the stupid paintings in.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit tricky because I'm not sure that they are expecting Mr. Gilfrey. So perhaps the guards will not quite be as so friendly towards him, especially since he's a shifty hooded figure. I don't know.
He just shrugs his shoulders.
All right, well, what do you guys think? Should we just go? Grab the paintings, go for it?
What is our goal here? Are we just looking around? Are we
selling paintings?
Are we handing them the paintings, taking a quick look, and then letting them close the door?
I mean,
are we trying to get in? Are we trying to stay inside after they think they've let us out?
I think we listen to whatever they say and don't ask too many questions.
I'm gonna try and get in.
You're not going to hurt anyone, right?
No, that's definitely not my objective.
You're not going to steal anything?
No, I don't know about that.
You're not going to, you're not going to hurt good people, right?
No, that's not why I'm here.
Okay, well, I don't really care what you do then, if you are just responsible about it. Just don't get caught.
Well, yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah, I was sensing that. I was getting that sense.
All right, let's go. Zeph, are you caught up with everything? Because now I just don't know what you know and don't know.
You know, I was with you on the boat. You remember
Right.
that? And,
Yeah.
And then I was there
Did
the
you
night.
meet-
I was at dinner with every one of you. You handed me food when Salem was here.
Did you meet Cole?
No, I did not meet Cole, but you did tell me about her.
No, not her. Okay, this is a conversation for later.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
talk later.
All right. Don't die.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold down the fort, champ.
I sure will. You owe me a wish.
Yeah, I know.
All right. The group heads out.
I was gonna stay at the bar. I mean, you don't need me to lug a painting.
Yeah, like how many people? We don't want to.
Honestly, yeah, I might not need to go.
How many paintings? How many
Just
people?
you, right?
It's 3 paintings.
Oh, it's 3. Oh, well, then one for
They're
each of us. Me, you, Ignatius, and then you, Jaqen. We can all go.
Sure.
Right.
I will use my time productively and ask what Gustavo's dinner special is going to be, and I will advertise that on the street. I will let the guards know that there's going to be a delicious dinner that they can have,
Oh, cool.
and I will share that with as many people as will listen.
Word of mouth marketing campaign. Cool.
Dude, we're the best at this.
Ignatius, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, brutal.
Huge.
Huge.
Bigception.
Perception.
Yeah.
8.
Something strange catches your eye. You don't really make it out, but as you guys exit out of the tavern, you walk down a block. Something is catching your eye in one of the alleyways.
Like, just
It's just something of interest. Your brain picked it up, but you just can't really put a word to it. You know, when you look quickly and you're like, oh, I thought I saw something, but it's bugging you. Like, I really want to go check that out. But with that low roll, no idea what it was.
Here, Tellius, hold this painting for a moment. I want to check something. I think I saw something.
Right. Good luck with that, champ. Have a good one.
The
Yes. Hashtag inspiration.
I'll just check it out quick.
you get inspiration. You go into the alleyway. Jaqen just following your lead, Tullius. Do you carry on while he goes to check out the alleyway? Or
We'll wait. We'll wait for him.
Okay. You go into the alleyway, and you feel, as soon as you take a glance around, give me another perception check. You feel this
better,
like coldness inside the alley.
That is better. Non-natural 20.
It seems something of metal is sticking out of a barrel, and it looks to be a sword handle of sorts that was catching the sun's light.
I'll walk over to it.
All right. It has some really intricate designs that are extremely familiar to you.
It's just sitting behind the, like, no one's holding it. It's just a sword.
It's just like a sword in a barrel. The top of the barrel is propped open a little bit. Just sort of was like placed there.
Is there anything else in the barrel?
As you open the barrel, you feel a cold gauntlet go over your mouth. I need you to make a con saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay. Good roll. Good roll. Con saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Another 20. Not natural.
You fade from consciousness.
Oh, shit.
DC was 21.
Oh!
And we will pick it up there next week on our next session of Dungeons and Dungeons.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, boy.
Good roll, though. Good roll. You almost,
I
thought you did too.
I had it.
You said high roll. I'm like, dang it.
I rolled a 17. I get +3, which isn't bad.
Well, I'm used to all your bullshit characters being bullshit with all your saving throws.